Welcome once again to our monthly meeting with the Harwich Conservation Trust. Michael Ash, the director, and Ryan Mann, the outreach coordinator. And it's August already, and I don't know what that means in terms of conservation. I know we've had a nice rainy, sunny summer, and I know my lawn is kind of flush. It looks like it's really green and thick, and I don't know, what does that do to the forest?
We've got the weather certainly has been producing quite a lot of growth along our trails, within the wildlife habitats under our protection. Ryan's going to talk to you in a little bit about some land stewardship work. Certainly, the weather's been good for getting people outside, whether they've been at the beaches or on our trails or at our events. We've had a couple really interesting events.
That's right. You want to talk about the raptor, I think.
Terrific success. Once again, second annual. Tom Riccardi, credited with restoring the American bald eagle to the Northeast in the 1980s. A comeback, really, from when that raptor species, along with several others like osprey, peregrine falcon, and others, suffered rapid decline due to DDT distributed in the 50s and 60s, causing a thinning of eggshells. And then, of course, the raptor populations couldn't replenish themselves. Mm-hmm. When you've got the crushed eggshells, the young can't survive. Fortunately, someone noticed, and there was a scientist, Rachel Carson, who wrote Silent Spring, brought our attention to it, national attention, galvanized against DDT. It was banned in this country, and the raptor populations bounced back. And those that are injured out in Western Mass, the go-to guy is Tom Riccardi. Ryan actually has had the privilege and pleasure of working with Tom. And Ryan actually recruited him to come out here and give this presentation with peregrine falcon, a little 9-week-old screech owl. There's a golden eagle that Tom Riccardi has on his arm right there. Unbelievable. More than a 6-foot wingspan. Yes. That's longer than my arms outstretched. It's incredible. Turkey vulture, as well as a red-tailed hawk, a great horned owl. We might have seen a photo of that already. You might have one queued up. There's the screech owl, 9-week-old. I've never seen an owl that young. It's really all fuzz.
Coincidentally,
yeah, go ahead.
I was walking over at Quaysbrook Woodlands last evening, and I heard a screech owl at one of the trust properties, Quaysbrook Woodlands off of Lothrop Avenue. So very, very cool. They are here. They're cryptic, but they are here.
Yeah, and the event, all the folks. Oh, there's the peregrine.
Oh yeah,
isn't that amazing?
Beautiful.
That's can be clocked at 200 miles per hour when it goes into a steep dive after prey, feeding on other birds on the wing. Unbelievable. So Tom has really got away with these amazing birds of prey. People recognize that, showed up for 3 shows, helped us raise funds not only to bring this program to the Cape, but also raise funds to protect wildlife habitat, including habitat for raptors. I mean, any day you go out on the Bank Street Bogs Nature Preserve in Harwichport, typically you see a red-tailed hawk flying overhead.
Or two or three.
Yeah. And like Ryan said, if you're out in the evening, especially at some of our preserves, maybe you'll be lucky enough to hear a gray horned owl or a screech owl, maybe even a saw-whet owl, but pretty amazing.
I like to affectionately call Bank Street Bogs Nature Preserve hawk buffet, because there's just so much abundant life out there for them. Yeah. It's kind of cool.
I think I saw a hawk in my neighborhood, kind of running off with a little prey.
Yeah.
So very good. Now stewardship, Ryan.
Sure. We have been going absolutely crazy with trying to keep up with all the trail projects. As Michael was talking about earlier, the amount of growth out on our trails. We got a bumper crop of every species of flora you could possibly imagine. And one of the great things about the summer is we have all these young people that come to the Cape, enjoy their summer on the beaches, employed in our restaurants and eateries and other amazing places throughout Harwich. Well, some of them have the foresight to think of their local nonprofits like Harwich Conservation Trust. And we have been very lucky this year to have 2 dedicated, very, very dedicated, and very, very talented college interns, as well as 3 high school and even middle school aged interns helping us out this year. 2 of them joined us last month, and that was Emily Kemp and Molly Davidson. Very, very talented, and we appreciate how much they have given their time and efforts and talents. They're just incredible. It really is a breath of fresh air to see these young people really working very hard, and they're volunteering their time. And we haven't had the end of their run with us yet. That's going to happen in about a week and a half. We're going to be very sad. But I'm pretty certain that we have made some nice new naturalists here in Harwich this summer. It's been great. And thank you so much to Emily and Molly for their unbelievable dedication this summer.
They're a big help to you in the Raptor show.
Very big help, yeah. And we have a couple other interns, Logan Faulkner, Trevor Ridley,
Right.
and
Jarek
Linden,
yeah.
Jarek Linden, yeah.
Local boys.
Seems like a real bumper crop. I mean, I don't recall you having so much volunteer help at young ages.
Well,
before.
you know what happens, and it happens. We know everybody's busy in the summer, and what happens is a lot of our dedicated volunteers that help us throughout the year, they have family here. They have the need to go enjoy the beaches, and we very much appreciate that and respect that. We have been very lucky this year to be able to kind of utilize these younger people, and it's been great. It really has been wonderful. In addition to the regular interns that we have a major event coming up next week, a stewardship event at the Bank Street Boggs Nature Preserve. We have roughly 120, that's over 120 seniors in high school that will give a day of service to Harwich Conservation Trust from the Providence Day School in Charlotte, North Carolina. They come up here as a class trip in the summer, right before they start their senior year in high school. This is the 3rd year we'll be working with them. And that will happen August 12th and 13th, next Friday and Saturday. So if you see a lot of action over at the Bank Street Boggs Nature Preserve, that's who you're seeing. If you're interested in maybe lending a hand, and we don't know you yet, we're more than happy to have you. If you are a perennial volunteer that says, wait, I won't go to the beach that day, I'll give you a hand, let us know that too. We'd love to have you. It's a great time, and I know that Stephanie Vanderford, who's been coordinating that with me down in Charlotte, is very much looking forward to having the students up as well. And that will actually be the last event that our interns, Molly and Emily, will be with us. So we're very, very, it's kind of a bittersweet thing for us with them, but we do appreciate them. Also, if you are interested in lending a hand in September, we don't have a date quite yet, but we are going to be again working with the Cape Cod Commercial Hook Fishermen's Association to have an event called Coast Sweep. Last year we had over 40 people help out and lend a hand to clean our beaches and shorelines around Harwich. We're looking to do that again, so stay tuned. We will have a date very shortly, and we look forward to everybody helping out on that. It'd be great.
Yeah, you're staying pretty busy, Ryan.
Yes. Yes, it's been wonderful, though. We very much enjoy it.
Very good. And walks are still very popular?
Walks are very popular. You can see our full schedule on the website, harwichconservationtrust.org. We've got some great ones coming up in August. I'll just name a few. Mark your calendars. Wednesday, August 10th. There are actually 2 walks going on. One at 10 a.m., that's wild edibles and medicinal plants at Thompson's Field, town-owned conservation land. And that's led by Donna Wood-Eaton, owner-operator of Cedar Spring Herb Farm. She is an amazing resource for wild and edible medicinal plants. And she's going to showcase her knowledge and skills right out there at Thompson's Field. So 10 a.m., meet there, no registration needed, it's free, just show up. Rain cancels. Or, if you prefer, 11 a.m. at the Bank Street Bogs Nature Preserve, same day, Wednesday, August 10th, is our honeybee hike with our volunteer beehive keeper, Kevin Minigerode. And he will talk about honeybee biology and the need to support this critical pollinator. It's, I think, well-known news that honeybees have been suffering a dramatic decline. Causes vary, sometimes called colony collapse disorder, sometimes a mite, fungus, virus, some combination thereof, global warming. And so you can see a photo there of Kevin working the hives. We have 3 hives, experimental hives at Bank Street Bogs Nature Preserve. Again, that's our largest protected land holding right there in Harwich Port. And he's going to show the folks what's involved with him checking the hives on a weekly basis. You'll definitely see some bee activity. There's a good shot of the bees right outside, entering, exiting the hive. It's fascinating. Out of our 3 hives, we've lost 1 hive. So you can see we've been impacted. Great way to support the pollination of our more than 278 different plant species out there. That's amazing number of species, plant diversity. So that's a neat one. Then we have a botanical walk Saturday, August 20th at 10 a.m., led by environmental feature reporter Rich Eldred. He's incredible. And then August 24th, a Wednesday at 10 a.m., again, wild edibles and medicinal plants with Donna Wood Eaton at her Cedar Spring Herb Farm. Directions to all of these walks are also on our website, harwichconservationtrust.org. And if the web isn't your thing, give us a call, 508-432-3997, 432-3997. We'll mail you a schedule, and you can enjoy these walks.
I was going to ask you the breadth of the pollination of these bees, but when you indicate you have over 270 plant species that need to be pollinated, you apparently have answered the question.
They've got a lot of territory to range out there, and I really encourage you to attend that walk if you can with Kevin, because he's an amazing resource. He's got these great anecdotes with his experience with the beekeeping, and he's just got such a grasp of the history of beekeeping and, again, the habits and behavior of the honeybee, social behavior of the honeybee itself. It's incredible.
Something like that would usually perhaps have a club or something.
There's a Barnstable County Beekeepers Association, of which he's a member.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is there a group in Harwich that...
I don't know that there's a local group, but there are certainly members within Harwich of that County Beekeepers Association, and yeah.
So they keep the bees buzzing.
Yeah, they learn from each other, and provide a good resource for accessing equipment, understanding problems. Yeah. So
very good.
Yeah.
I understand you had another very successful event at Wychmere Harbor.
We did. July 28th. Wychmere Beach Club, newly renovated Wychmere Beach Club, thanks to the owners there and manager Tony Guthrie. They generously hosted this evening on Wychmere on July 28th. We had over 130 people. We had featured speaker Harm DeBlay, world-known, renowned political geographer. He offered some provocative ideas and opinions, and it helped us raise funds to preserve more special places. It was great to have such strong support from Wychmere Beach Club.
And Adam Sandler, no, that's today. Adam Sandler showed up at the Wychmere Beach Club. It was a joke. It didn't work out well. Whatever. Let's move on, right?
Well, I think that that's a pretty full report.
Yes.
And I'm glad that the Raptors and the beach, Wychmere Harbor, are very successful for you. And I think you've got quite a few walks planned, and that should attract people. Have you had a lot of visitors?
At our office? Or?
Yeah, just people coming
more
here.
So, checking on our kayak raffle and our walks and asking us questions. Yeah, we do have more folks this time of year, and definitely more people using our preserves.
Very good. And the kayak?
That's going along well.
It's going very well.
Very
Thank you for your support, folks.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, that will do it for this month's report.